Hello there and welcome to another one. I trust I find you in good spirits. We're back with another one, and again, it's conversations with me. And I am extending out my hand to you to ask me any question. Of course, don't ask silly stuff, but for the most part, your question must be a question that is there to build my listener, to build you as a viewer, and build the people that are around you. So, questions are welcome. And tonight, Ghosty is here to give me a set of questions. I don't know what it is, but let's hear from Ghosty. And my DMs are going to be open for this. My comment section is going to be open for this, and I am going to answer each and every question. So let's interact. I think for the longest of time, I haven't done that or opened that platform. So it's exciting for me, and it's stepping into the unknown. So ask away. Cheers. Ghosty is here. Hello.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good, and you?
What's happening?
Just chilling, wearing a gown. Joys of being a ghost,
The
right?
perks.
I tell you.
No makeup like me.
You're wearing a makeup. I didn't notice. You are naturally ugly.
Shots fired. Anyway.
Are you good though?
Yeah, I'm good.
All right.
Still alive.
Yeah. So your first question, do you think men that grew up without a father figure, they actually going through what they're going through because they didn't have guidance in their lives? What do you think about it?
I would like to believe so. Reason why is there was an illustration that was made, and there were two boys that were raised by the same family or the same father and the same mother, and the dad was abusive to the mom. Now they grew up saying one of them grew up and beating his own wife because that's what he saw from his dad. The other one grew up and said, I'll never lay my hand on my woman because what my dad did to my mother. So to a certain degree, not having a father figure, yes, contributes. But at the same time, we grew up, there's no such thing that like you grow up without a father figure, because the next door dad is your father. And for any man to use that as an excuse for not being there or for not being the right man, I think is just trying to point fingers and not taking accountability. So 50% yes, 50% no.
50%. Because I was going to ask, how is it an excuse? Because the father figure next door is not the same as the one in the house. Because remember, as children, you don't do as you're told, but you do as you see.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So they had no one to teach them how to be a man. Or do you think there is something that society needs to do for those children? Because some children, they really don't have fathers. They are not there.
Yeah.
Some, they are there, but deadbeat.
I hear you.
So
but
what can we do as a society to help?
I hear you, but then at the same time, remember that father next door is your friend's father. Because if you come to think of it, friendships as kids are within a walkable distance to each other. So 9 times out of 10, it's impossible that all your 5 friends don't have dads as well.
Okay.
God has never designed it that way.
Okay.
If you come to think of it, you came from a family that your father was your friend didn't have a father. The other friend had a father. The other friend didn't have a father. So because of that, you're still seeing how he's handling his family. Because of that, you can still grasp, I want to be like Alaka's dad.
So-and-so's dad.
I want to be like John's dad, even though you don't have a dad. So there is no such thing as what can society do. The only thing that society can do is to make sure that the present fathers have to take spots for the ones that are not there.
So it goes back to your 50-50.
Yeah.
It's all about choices.
Yes.
What
yes.
do you choose to be?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
I get you.
Yeah.
Okay, so when you were growing up, your father was my father, In love, my father in love.
Oh,
We don't say
it's a
in-law.
new thing, father-in-law.
Father-in-law.
Okay, so
So,
sister-in-law. I actually saw that from Tsepo's wife. Posted a picture and says, my sister-in-love.
Yeah, we
I'm
don't
like,
say in-law, we say
oh.
in love.
Oh, okay.
Yes, thank
Yeah.
you very much.
Mm-hmm.
So you grew up, and my father-in-law was a principal, right?
Yeah.
I'm sure you were strict in a way.
Very crazy, like literally.
So when you were growing up and watching him, have you ever like dreamed of becoming a teacher?
Never.
You never wanted. Why?
I just hated being in a suit or wearing formal.
So that's why you don't love don't love full suits.
Nah.
Because you always wear a jacket, but
with jeans.
With jeans.
Yeah.
So that's the reason.
That's why I think my father was strict in the sense that he did not take nonsense, but he was gentle with us. It was never a thing of, oh, he's coming, oh, things are going to be boring. The only downside to him coming back home from work was we have to sit down at 8 o'clock to watch the news. And in the morning, we have to read the Herald, the newspaper.
Okay.
And you have to read it all from back to front. So. I want to go play. Yeah.
So that's why I don't want to play.
Yes.
Okay. So as a father, what would you like Alake to be? Like, what kind of man that you aspire Alake to be?
I want him to be welcoming. I want him to bring nations together in one room to speak, not to fight.
Okay.
I think that's one thing that he has as well. In as much as, yes, there's a bit of shyness to it because he's still young, but for the most part, he's getting that from me, that no matter where you are, you can still bring people to speak the same language. So,
yeah. All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
My next question. I've observed you throughout the years, that you are a person that is a go-getter, right? You would go and sell ice on the streets if you have to, but you are a hustler. Where does that come from?
My mother.
Is it? Are you scared of poverty,
or
that is just something that is in you?
I'm traumatized at poverty. Scared is an understatement.
But you were not poor.
I know.
So,
scared is an understatement.
Okay.
I am terrified. Terrified at the fact that I may not be able to afford bread, or to afford a pair of shoes, or to afford a living.
Okay.
And I'm not saying that I'm in a point in my life where I have got riches and whatnot, but I want to be content. I don't mind being poor, but let the poverty come after putting in the work.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. I hear you.
Yeah.
And are you scared? And I don't want to say scared.
Terrified.
But yeah. I've noticed that whatever our son wants, right? You always get him.
Yeah.
Yes. Why is that? Why can't you say no? Okay, I know you say no sometimes, but 99% of the times, if he says that, if you're going out, Dad, can you buy McFlurry?
Yeah.
And you just say yes. And I know that you do have money, but I don't think you actually want to go to McDonald's and buy a McFlurry. But you don't say no. Why can't you? Why most of the time you do what he wants? Are you scared of letting him down? Are you scared of making him sad?
Oh, that's a good question. I didn't see that one coming. It's not scared of letting him down. It's more to do with challenging myself to be the best father that I can. For as long as I know that I am not selling him a plastic plane or a paper plane, if it's within my reach, there is no reason for him not to get it.
Okay.
Because I still remember I was 10 when one of my mates was having a birthday party. And that's when I learned the art of asking. And I still remember my dad left home. It was a Saturday morning. Left home to go to, because he would come back home on a Friday night. Then Saturday morning he goes to bottle store. There was a bottle store in town where his friends were meeting. So Chakanyuka and Uncle, one of the sons was running that, one of his friend's sons. So they just had this, when your hanging spot. And my mom then told him that I'm going to Arnold's party, right?
Yes.
And going to Arnold's party, I'm thinking, it's a party, obviously. You're invited to a party. And as kids, we just thought it's a party, you go to the party.
Yes.
Right? Then he came back around 12. He says, okay, no, I'm going to be back. Then I'll take you. But it was close anyway, so I'll take you. Then when he came back, as I'm leaving, he's like, did your mother give you the gift? So I'm like, a gift? Why? He's like, no, you can't go to a party without a gift. You understand? Wow. Why didn't you ask me? I would have brought something. Then he quickly went out and brought me a packet of biscuits. I remember it was biscuits.
Okay.
And he says, you see, this is not right. You should have told me in the morning, because going to town was far. It was going to take another 20, 30 minutes. I would have brought a gift, because you don't go to another house empty-handed. So that to me taught me that if someone asks you to get them something, they are willing. Sometimes if you don't ask, they won't get it because you never asked. So you won't get it. So from then, when Alake asks, if I can, I'll get it. It's not that I'm scared of disappointing him, but if I can, I will do. You too as well.
Oh, okay. Can I have a new watch?
Perfect. Perfect. Consider it done. Yeah.
What is one thing that your mother taught you, or mother-in-law taught you, that you still live by?
Hustle, Baba. Hustle. Don't wake up late.
Don't sleep.
Yeah. If you wake up after 8 or 9 or when the sun comes up, do you own the country? Exactly. Or you're still going to water the garden even if it was raining yesterday, because he did not want you to go outside. So she taught me the art of hustling. She taught me the art of never resting, because my dad was chilled. My dad was a teacher. He went to school. He got his degree. Exactly. My mom had the same things. Yet she would come to South Africa to sell stuff. Yet she had a pair of shoes that had a wire in, and says, this shoe has given me so much from these white people.
So she just dresses differently.
Exactly. And they didn't know that this woman is coming from a big house. She's got a big family and all that.
Husband is working.
Husband is a teacher. Exactly.
She's
She is
also
a qualified. Exactly.
as
You understand?
well.
Yeah. But never. She has taught me the art of never being content.
Okay. To always look for opportunities.
Always. And I thank her for that, because yes, I hustle.
You do. Even my family, my cousin be like, your husband hustler that one.
I wish I could get as much money as my hustles go, but yeah, I do hustle.
No, but your efforts are appreciated.
Thank you.
We see it. Me and Alaka, we appreciate it.
Thank
we
you.
We really see how much you try to make life comfortable for us. So we thank you for that. Don't cry though.
My pleasure.
I'm just asking you about things that I observe, and So another thing I observe is you've got so much respect for security guards, cleaners. I've never seen a person who respects security guards the way you do. Why is that?
There is a saying that goes, you respect the janitor as much as you respect the CEO. Because to me, those are the least guys. And even Jesus said, if you're not willing to spend time with the least, you cannot spend time with the most. And if I come back to preaching wise, if you cannot preach in Somalia, you've got no right to preach in New York.
Wow.
That's what I live by.
Wow.
So I would rather be sitting down with them. If I could, I would sit down with the guy that's dirty on the side of the road and just hear their story. That's my dream.
That's just how you are.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Bless your heart.
Amen. Amen.
Okay. Do you feel like you need there's things that you still need to learn as a husband, as a father?
Definitely. I think coming back from the past year that I've had, I've screwed up more than I think if it was an exam of screwing up, I had flying colors on it. And it's always been my prayer that help me, Lord, to become the man that you've destined me to be. Because I know I'm destined for greatness, but help me become that man. For me to achieve that, there are certain disciplines that I have to be disciplined in certain areas in my life, because I'm putting myself out there. And when you put yourself out there, it's just like when you say, I want to have a superpower of knowing people's minds.
Yes.
You also need to have the willpower to be disciplined after hearing those thoughts.
Yeah.
So in as much as you ask for something, there is an opposing force. If you say, I want to see dead people and speak to the dead, you're also opening up to the dark spirits that are there to kill.
Wow.
So you still need to have the confidence, you still need to have that stability. Yes, I want to be big, but there's an opposing force that's going to drop you.
Wow. It's like when you're praying to God to increase you or to use you.
Yeah.
A simple example, when you ask God to use you, but you must also pray for wisdom.
Yeah.
Because you can ask him to use you, and then the way he uses you is not what you expect.
What expected,
and
yeah.
then you'll be the first one to pray, Lord, please
No,
get me out of this,
exactly.
of these situations.
Exactly.
But that's actually something that is shaping you towards what you prayed for.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow,
yeah.
I get
yeah.
you.
So,
I get you.
so in as much as I'm destined to be the great in the podcasting space, we know. Let's be honest. Okay, let's brush it aside. Women are going to throw themselves at you. That's a guarantee.
Definitely.
Bad media. All the mistakes that you have made, every post that you have made is going to be dug out.
Yeah, because they say internet never forgets.
It never forgets, exactly. So I have to try to keep a very clean sheet, not a bad way. SHEET. Yes. I need to keep a clean sheet so that by the end of my time, I can still say, you know what, I did my best. So in as much as women were throwing themselves at me, I had the opportunity, or I had the discipline to say no, because like the tortoise that we just spoke about in the previous episode, where in as much as there's so much noises around, you still focus on the one goal.
Wow.
Be a good father, be a good husband, and be a great media personality.
Wow.
Media personality. I like that word. Media personality.
Speaking it into existence.
Yeah.
Do you aspire to work in a radio station?
I would love to work in radio.
Which one?
947.
947. Are you listening?
I would love
please
to.
Take 947 there.
Yeah, I would love to work for 947.
We've got a presenter here.
Yeah, and have my own show, and yeah, I would love to. Yeah.
On which slot? Which times would you love to have your show? Is it
3 to 7, 3 p.m. to 7
7
yeah,
p.m.
or 3 to 6, yeah.
So if you would get that job, would you stop working? Like, would you stop running your company?
No, I won't stop.
So so
I'll make it work.
Go make it work.
Yeah.
Are you gonna work at 10 p.m.?
Where there's a will, there's a way. I will make it work.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
All right.
If it means that I'm gonna have people that are working for me to keep it going, or to franchise the whole business, I'll do so. But cricket is always be my passion.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. So last Sunday, you actually went to church after.
Oh yes! Wow.
After 9 months.
Was it 9?
9 months.
Gosh.
Full 9 months.
Gosh.
If it was a baby, we would have a newborn baby. Right?
Yeah.
Yes. How was it?
Scary. I think it's not something that I just woke up and said I'm going to do. It's been a few weeks of agony and decision making and trying to make things right. And yes, it's a story of another day why
Yes, no, I don't want you to get to the story.
Not getting into that story, but it was tough in the sense that I respect church so much, and all my life I've always been so close to church. I've always been so close to serving. I think part of my DNA is serving and being in church. So to have that taken away because of my decisions, that has always been breaking me. To get to a point whereby I'm like, okay, I'm going to do it. I was shit scared, SHEET scared. Yeah, I was so scared. Felt like I'm walking into the unknown. And in as much as I prayed the prayer that God, you're going to take over, because I had a set way that I wanted to do things,
Yes.
or how I wanted to approach what was happening. But at the same time, I still remember being in the car in the parking lot. I said, Lord, I'm here. Actually, it started when I was in the bathroom and I was preparing. And I said, this is the day, Lord. I'm here. And take over.
Yes.
However you want this day to go, let it be your will.
You even went to throw the dustbin.
Yeah.
Something you don't do.
I couldn't breathe. Yeah, I needed fresh air. So fine. I sat in the car and I was like, Lord, I'm here. I know I'm not supposed to go back, but I don't know how to get out of this car, to walk, to step on your ground.
Yeah.
I'm not qualified to step on your ground, because me having parked there, that's your ground.
Yeah.
So I'm not qualified to set my foot, because the Bible says every place that your foot treads. I'm not qualified to tread my foot here. But at the same time, I can't U-turn. I saw the excitement that was in Alake's face, the relief that was in Alake's face. And you then say, you were so confident leading up, then all of a sudden you said, I'm nervous. And that killed me, because the one person that I was holding on to is falling as well, so we're going to fall together. That's what's going through my mind. So I sat down there and I'm like, Lord, this is all on you now. I still remember Pastor Abi saying the devil wants me out of the church and you need to fight just to get there.
Yeah, that's one step.
Yes. So I'm thinking, I am already here, Lord. Please take over. Yes, Pumza is saying she's nervous, she's crashing, but I'm holding on to Pastor Abi's words that says, you have to be in a church setting. You have to be, because that's your calling. So I walk out and I stand there and I'm thinking, and you said we're going to get in when they start singing. And that has been the trait with Methodists. You don't walk in when they're speaking. You walk in when they are singing.
Yes.
And I'm thinking,
it's easier.
Yeah, it's giving me 2 more seconds. Then one of the ladies gets out and she opened up. She became my God, that lady. She became my, thank you, I'm here. Then Sis Floor popped out and
blowing kisses.
Yes. And to me, that just, it made me so emotional. Then walking in, I saw everyone's face sort of like they want to come to me, but at the same time, there is this disconnect.
They don't know
yes.
how to act.
Do we go and say hello? Do we not go and say hello? Then Sylvie comes to me and just right in my face. And now I'm emotional. Literally. If I could cry, I was going to.
You were holding your tears.
A lot. Sitting down there, and I'm thinking, crap, am I here? I'm already seeing a lot of things that this needs to be changed, that needs to be done, that, but I don't have the authority. I don't have the qualifications to see that. To step up and do that.
Do what you
have
to do.
It hurt me in the sense that there's so much development, and like Pastor Abi always used to say, church can happen with or without you.
Without you,
but it's better with you.
Yeah.
And that hurts.
Yeah.
That not in an arrogant way, but
Or
in
with
a
why, but in a way that you know that you were called for that.
yeah,
And
yeah.
you somehow let God down,
Yeah.
right?
And my selfishness
Yes.
let God's stuff down.
Yeah, I get.
That's what made me so emotional. Literally, if people did not stop coming to me for some weird reason, a few people came, then church continued after the giving. That's what calmed me down. Otherwise, even talking about it now, I'm
Makes
actually
you emotional. Okay.
yeah. So that's it was a relief.
Yeah.
It was a relief. I think Mama Lebu coming as well.
And she also mentioned that you have taken the first step. That was the first thing.
Besides that, when she came over to us to greet me,
during the church
yes,
service.
do I say hello, ma? Do I hug her? But you could see, because I sent a message prior to going,
Yes.
and exactly how I felt in a message is how I felt
When you saw her face to face.
in her actions.
That her message response.
Yeah, response, yes, and that just made me calmer.
But there was no conviction in her heart.
No. So it's a journey.
Yeah, it is.
It's gonna be it's a very tough journey ahead, but I'm just glad that
You have
I
laid
took
the foundation.
yeah,
I would say.
yeah,
Well, thank you, Mr. Moyo.
yeah.
Sorry for making emotional.
No. That's why I'm here. That's why I'm
Are
here.
you emotional?
You're making me emotional.
Thank you for the chat.
Yeah, no, you're not done.
I'm done.
That's boring. I was enjoying
We'll
the
have
chat.
many more of this.
I was enjoying the chat, but yeah, thank you for the questions. They were mind-boggling and challenging, and I just thank God that I'm still able to look at the test and speak of a testimony out of it. Yeah, because the day that I'm going to sit down here and speak about my story, how I fell from church or from Christ, I don't think I fell from Christ. I fell from church.
No, you didn't fall from Christ.
Yeah, that's gonna be a driving force for someone to go back, because I know a lot of people that stumbled, fell, and never got up.
And in their stumbling, they even ran away from God.
Yeah.
Because your story is different. That if you can still pray and still acknowledge God, even because God is everywhere.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
But you also don't neglect the gathering of
the saints. Yeah. And the thing is, the podcast has always been God-centered from day one. So the fact that yes, the God part never really went away, but I was still there was a point that I suffered a burnout with the podcast, because I felt disqualified to even speak. And right when I'm feeling disqualified is when I got the Bible teaching gig at the school. And I'm thinking, Lord, no.
How do I even start?
Then I still remember Lelo coming to me and he says, I've got a prophecy for you, Exodus 19. And you're called to teach the word of God. And I'm like, no, but
that prophecy is wrong.
Exactly. Please, back to sender. But in as much as you are denying it, inside you know it's true.
Yeah, because when you pray and say, God, show me what you want me to do, He will show you. He will show you what you don't want to hear.
Yeah.
And then you keep saying, Lord, please clarify it.
Duh.
What more can He do?
What more, exactly.
Because He already did.
Yeah.
I think that's one of the things I also experienced, where I'm like, Lord, please, just... And then it'll be like...
Do that.
That's where I put you there.
Do it.
Be grounded there.
Yeah.
Like, but Lord, I'm losing myself. I said,
be grounded there.
Yeah. And then when you continue asking, please, and then he keeps quiet because he has already answered.
Yeah.
He's not going to repeat himself every day.
Why must he?
Exactly.
Yes.
So no, I do understand.
He's got better things to do with his time than to repeat the same thing over and over again. So
I'm grateful. I'm grateful that you had the strength. I don't want to say guts. The strength to go back to the Father.
Yeah.
There is no place like God. We can run away and do whatever, but it is important to go back. So anyone who's out there who knows that where they belong, but they are just ashamed, embarrassed, feeling like they're
Not
worthy.
worthy. Yeah.
Yes, that the father's hands are always welcoming, always open.
Yeah.
He says, "Come as you are."
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. This became an emotional subject and an emotional episode. But yeah, if you're still here,
Bless you.
bless me. If you're still here, thank you. Remember to consider subscribing, liking, sharing, and doing all the nitty gritties. Remember to stay safe, keep believing, and see you guys on the other side. Again, it's a short clip, so it may be 30 minutes, but it's still a short clip, and it's gonna go in the week. I love you guys. Keep safe, and the sinus is starting now. Cheers. Bye.